Like you see the play like doesn't change in them as they lift.
Right. Yeah.
I've never built a bug engine yet that was like that.
Is that right, eh?
And that's because I guess, you know what? I've never been able to machine everything square like this. This is the first time I've been able to do that because I have the mill.
Right.
And the first time I've had an engine I cared about this much since I've had the mill.
Right.
Like a Beetle engine. 'Cause I got away from the Beetles, right?
Yeah.
And then I got the mill.
Yeah, right.
So now I'm able to do all the work that everybody else was supposed to do and I paid for, right, for you.
Right on.
So now you get the awesome engine. Like, sure, the other ones I built were awesome, but, you know, this thing fucking, it's really cool because it's like I didn't, like, you know, anybody who builds a bug engine, they know that when this valve's lifting, this one gets loose. It always is like that.
Is that right, eh?
This one does not do that. Nothing flexes. Nothing gets loose. It just works. It's fucking awesome. Like, it's gonna kick ass.
Yeah.
Everything about it's a good engine. I'm really proud of it, man.
Right on.
It's gonna like you know, the head's torqued down, and when they tightened down, it was like after they touched, they just got tight.
Yeah.
Nothing bent into place. It just got tight right away. Everything just kind of fits.
Right on.
And it stops. Like it's exact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because normally the heads aren't perfectly aligned, right? So you know, and everything kind of just settles in, right?
Yeah.
And these aren't going to do that at all.
Right.
Everything just went clunk.
Nice. Good machine work.
Nice, huh?
That's good machine work by everybody.
It's paid off.
Gord Bush doing all the crank balancing and.
Well, he did good work, of course. He always does good work. And you know, I took a fair amount of time when I did the, you know, the facing and stuff. But the thing is, now it's worth it. You know, it makes sense. Like, you know, now I don't feel like. You know, before I was thinking to myself, did I really, you know, maybe I was wasting my time going that far. But now that I built it, it's like there's like a very noticeable difference.
Right. Is that right, eh? From other motors you built?
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's not like any other motor.
Wow.
So, you know, at the time when I was building it and thinking about, like, was it worth it? It was.
Yeah.
Because now we got something awesome.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's not worth it. Wasn't a waste. You know, it's not really, nobody can really see it, but it's gonna be, you know, it's the way it's gonna run, it's where it's gonna show.
Yeah.
This thing's gonna be fucking awesome. It's not gonna have any black in the bottom of the heads. They don't leak. Nothing's gonna leak. It's gonna, it's not gonna ping.
Yeah, like a Porsche.
No, it's gonna kick ass, man. This thing's gonna it's gonna be fast. She's gonna move, man. Like I'm talking really move.
Is that right?
I think you're gonna be impressed. Well, because everything fits so well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's not going to be really any friction. Like, once there's oil in this thing and it's rolling around, don't forget this thing hasn't run yet.
Yeah, right.
Once the cylinders glaze up and everything, there's going to be very little friction in this motor. It's going to be really smooth. So it's going to be good on gas. Like, everything's going to, because it works.
Yeah, right.
You know, nothing's under any pressure.
Yeah.
You know, it's, I guess also the cam, like the block is really good because the cam bores are lined up.
Right.
So the cam's nice and smooth in there too, right?
Right. Yeah.
I also plastic gauged the cam bearings and I mic'd out the thrust bearings and I polished the thrust bearings a little bit with the blue paper.
Right.
Because they were a little tight on the thrust side.
Right.
They fit, but there was no clearance. Right?
Yeah.
So I gave it just under a thou on the thrust.
Just like zero clearance, eh?
Well, I gave it just under a thou.
Yeah.
And it was at, like, it measured to 0 in some places, and then in other places it was just under a thou. So now it's exactly that, all the way around to the loosest one.
Cool.
You know, like stupid things like that. I did. You know what I mean? Like I went overkill. But then, you know, it's cool because it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to hear this thing run.
Yeah, this fan, hey, that's cool.
And it's ugly, but it works. It's like the ugly tube that you got in your car for heat. You know, like look over here. Look at these exhaust ports. Look at all the holes there. Look at the series of holes that has to go around right over the exhaust.
Oh yeah, right through there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Down here straight through, you see them, right?
Yeah, it's like the spring that got all drilled out, eh? You drill out the push rods.
Well, that's not my other YSR motor, the one I gave to the guy at the Red Bug.
Yeah.
In exchange, that had a drilled connecting rod in it.
Is that right, eh?
A stroker crank. I had 2mm stroke on it. That's why it was so fast, that little one. Why I did wheelies so much. Like I don't know if you ever saw it go, but he used to do wheelies like a motherfucker.
Is that right, eh?
It was snappy. I put a YZ80 pipe on it.
Yeah.
And it was a little too high RPM.
Yeah.
And the flywheel used to come loose because it would spin up too high, and you know the YZ motors are made for the little flywheel.
Oh, okay.
And so it spun up a little high, right? So what I did is I lengthened up the YZ pipe, and then I put on the cone from the YSR, the back cone, to get a longer power band.
Right,
But I used the front part off the YZ. I mixed the pipes up and poured it and polished. Double boys and reeds in it, like the two-piece reeds.
Yeah, neat.
With no limiters on it.
Right, neat.
All it was missing was a bigger carburetor. If I had that, it would have kicked ass.